Jacob Abraham. I'm a paid physician in Little Rock, Arkansas. There's actually a Jacob Abraham here. It's not me. Please stand up. Hey, nice to meet you. You are a good-looking guy. We are here, of course, to celebrate my dad's 80th birthday. And what an 80 years it has been. It's been an incredible life story. And there are lots of things that I admire about my father, and I'm sure everybody has their sort of list of things that there are to admire about him. Perseverance, sense of humor, sense of fashion. And one of the things that I hold dearest to me is his adaptability. You would think that as people get older, they sort of become less adaptable, they become fixed in their ways, but not so with my dad. And as I think back on all these sort of milestone birthdays, the very first one I can remember is when he turned 50. And I was 8 years old. And at the time, I couldn't stand my dad because he was so ignorant. And then with each passing decade, I realized, you know, he's learning a lot. And now coming here to Branson on his 80th birthday, I'm 38, I realized, my God, he has really evolved. It's very hard to raise your parents in the States. Congratulations. But no matter how you know him and in what context, I think everyone would agree that the story of the last 80 years has been a very wonderful, and at times inspiring, and at times insane story. And it's one that could not have even been conceived if you were writing a Bollywood script. So just imagine, think of the protagonist. A small, diminutive Indian man, small, educated in the British school system in his own mother country, who becomes a doctor, a surgeon, who pursues his training in New Zealand, and then for a comic effect, let's send him from New Zealand to Buffalo, New York. And then let's do one better than that. Let's have him implant his roots in the Ozark Mountains, in Mountain Home, Arkansas, in 1970. A brown man with a Jewish name. You couldn't make this up. And along the way, there would be various casts of characters. There would be a slender beauty coming from the Derrick clan, from the small town of Putnam. There would be a Baptist dentist, a part-time preacher, and his own Indian squaw. There would be a one-armed World War II veteran.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Who embodied the very best of what patriotism in America meant, and who embodied the ideals of America. And there would, of course, be various clans of in-laws from Saudi Arabia to Bombay to Charleston to Houston to Cincinnati to New Jersey, all over the place. And this cast of characters would form the background for this incredible story. And of course, all of you know how it goes. But I thought that...
How do we end up in Branson?
And if anybody thought that the story was going to end quietly, of course it does not, because my dad, remarkably, to this day, works in much the same way as he did on August 15, 1971, when he started his practice. He continues to work 5 days a week. At an age when most people, if they're not in a nursing home, have had the good sense to retire. But instead he calls the various other doctors in his life and says, hey, what do I do with this?
Competent raised to get admission to a postgraduate education in surgery. I think every time...
And on behalf of Silu, Rohan and Nikhil, I wish you health and happiness in the years to come. And I look forward to having you come and celebrate my 80th birthday with me. Yeah. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ranger China.
He had 4 outstanding children. They were always winning some kind of award. But I too had 4 outstanding children. They also were winning awards. But somebody would come up to me and say, Dr. Abraham's daughter did such and such. And I said, what? That rascal was claiming my children too.
I'd love to be here. And they weren't able to make it, but you know, he sent me a very short message, which I was surprised by. I thought he would write one of his long speeches and make a lot of jokes. But basically it was every time, you know, very sorry we couldn't be here. And they would love to be here for your 90th birthday party, so they're already looking forward to it.
Now a man who needs no introduction, Dr. Matthew Abraham.
Matthew and Dad are speaking.
Good evening. Let me just say...